Okay, I'm taking this inside video right now because I probably won't be able to take it down in North Carolina just really quickly. This is pretty much, this is right in front of my face, so this is what I see of the instrument panel. I know it's not the greatest view, but that's the instrument panel. And then as you can see, there's my shoulder, so there's plenty of shoulder width in here. I've got about 4 or 5 inches, about 4 inches above my head. And then again, there's my shoulder right there. I'm going to open this guy up. And it just went hard against the canopy stay, and it held fine. Okay, so again, that's the view from inside the canopy. Hey guys, Wade here. I'm going to try to do a quick video sans the tripod, so forgive the little bit of shakiness I'll have going on with the camera. But I'm down here in the Cherry Point area. I've got the fuselage and the new canopy in the storage unit. I pulled it forward a little bit maybe to get some more light. Here's the freshly done / finished canopy. The fuselage is in good shape, no damage. The major thing, of course, is the bugs all over the front of the center section spar, which I'll have to clean off. And then I just spent about an hour cleaning off all this tape gunk. I used the heavy duty Gorilla duct tape, and it, pardon the traffic noise, but it, I think between the cycles of heavy rain and really hot sunshine, kind of left a bunch of goo on and residue that took a while for me to clean off, but I've got most of it off. Okay, so here's the turtle back, turtle deck, D-deck, whatever you want to call it. Again, I've taken a bunch of pictures on my site that I've posted on the site. I'm really happy with the intersections on both the front and the back of the canopy. Along the sides, I'll tweak those a little bit. I'll probably add some more glass just to get it this right here to actually seal that up a bit. But I had to cut this little triangle piece right here off of the back of the bottom back end of the canopy because of, if you can see closely here, there's a line that closely estimates here and here. There's a shoulder on the Mike Melville carbon fiber cowlings that come down to a point right here. They converge on a point right about in here. So to clear that shoulder with the canopy frame, at least on the right side, I had to put that little swoosh in there. The reason why I had to cut it off the back of the canopy was I had tape. I forgot to account for it originally, so I had tape underneath the canopy because this was going to be originally the canopy line. Then I realized when I did account for the shoulders and then the little swoosh piece that's going to come down that I had to cut out the bottom of the canopy. When I put these things back on, this guy got put on a little bit inboard at the front, so it's kind of a little bit of an off thing there. I'll have to micro that up. The other guy I think is a little bit outboard. Anyway, I'm really happy. This is the repair I had to do because it was a little off center looking from the back side. You know, as far as symmetry on the turtle back, and so I think this will work out pretty well. It won't be perfect, but it'll be close. So moving down here, again, I'm really pleased with this canopy. It is an oversized canopy. It presents some challenges. Of course, my fuselage is widened at the pilot seat 1.4 inches. It's widened at the back seat about 0.8 of an inch, a little over 3/4. But the firewall is standard, and so is F22. So that creates a very round fuselage. So that kicked this aft, which is in the plans position as far as the fuselage station, it kicked the aft hinge out quite a bit. One thing is I accounted for the extra thickness. These are the thicker hinges that I learned about from both Mike Beasley and Dave Barinholtz, and thankful for them that they clued me in on these much wider hinges. I would not have been able to do this with the standard stock hinges. I didn't have the right screws as far as the height, so I just put these in temporarily to hold this guy in place. Later on I will dig those out like these guys are. These two are just two of them right here. You can actually see there's one screw in there that I felt two would do fine, and I started this just to test it, but you know, these will be embedded like this. I'm going to take these off and clean this up because you can't really see it on the front hinge, but on the back hinge you can see there's a bunch of Bondo in there, so I'll clean all that up. Okay, so again, very happy with the Canopy. The reason why I'll have to work on this angle a little bit. I'll do this with the cowling. I'll probably bring this, flare that out and even it out a little bit, but it just so happened that the Canopy came back and then dropped right there, and I could have cut this out and made it a little bit smoother, but I really wanted to keep as much visibility for the back seater as possible. So so here's the Canopy. Let me show you this intersection here if you can see it. Again, very, very happy with the intersections. I'll clean them up a little bit, but I think they're going to be pretty good and not require a ton of extra micro. This right here, which I'm just leaving on here for the next couple weeks. I'll probably take it off when I come down here in about 2 or 3 weeks. This is the aft nose cover, or the avionics top deck cover that I call. Remember, if you've looked at my blog, maybe you haven't, underneath here is a very large opening. I did reinforce the edges around F28 and the instrument panel and the sides to make the front fuselage strong and have a good cross connect there. And so that is the aft nose canopy. I made these little cutouts here and I dug the foam out simply to put tie down straps in there to hold it on the trailer. This will in fact get cut out a lot more, and then of course this is where the canard will transit through the front of the aft nose cover. Okay, then we're getting out into the sun here, so you might see a little bit of difference in the visual on the camera. So then I wanted one large nose hatch, and I was able to do that. It's not going to open up that way, obviously. It's just a tape. It'll actually hinge forward on a couple of hinges. It'll have a cable pull here. So there's a rat's nest of wires in here, because I do have the the power hooked up as far as the PC 680 battery, the Odyssey battery for the nose gear to go up and down. But I don't. Let me show you the nose gear components. This is the RCU. This is the relay control unit. It's got a bunch of heavy-duty relays in there. Remember, I have the Mark Zeitlin mod for his automatic extension system. These boxes, both the green and black one, and this blue one, Marco 3D printed for me. He did an excellent job. You can't even really see the writing on there, but that is the automatic extension module, emergency extend. So yeah, it's kind of a mess in there right now, but so I'm really happy with the access with this nose hinge. And again, that'll hinge forward, and then it'll have the latch in there. That's the that is just a pull cable off of the nose gear well cover. So here again, you can see pretty good seam right here, a little bit off on the elevation in places, but I would say no more than 20 thousandths pretty much anywhere. Nothing super fancy here as far as this, the front here, kept it nice and simple. Again, here's the other side of the canopy. You got the turtle back there. And then I'm really happy with the hinge geometry. It opens up really well. And so you can see there's I mean, it's hard to see underneath of it because of the shadow, but I have a glare shield right here. It actually has, which I think I took off at some point when I was doing my you know, my tasks around here, but has an edge here for the glare shield, somewhat like this edge back here. This also has a drip catch back here that interfaces with the aft edge of the canopy. You can see there, and then you have the hard points. So the hard points stick out, which may seem a little bit unsightly, but I wanted to keep as much as just the, you know, the interface between the width of the longeron to the width of the canopy frame, and then everything else would be on an as needed requirement. So I'm running out of storage space real quick here, so I'm going to show you the front. This groove right here, I put this trim back on. It may be a little bit difficult to see. There's the glare shield right there. I'm really happy with the glare shield. This glare shield is part of the cover, so it'll come off. There will be a little bit of an edge left once I remove this, and this will flip forward, giving me access to the avionics area. Before I run out of battery space, or sorry, camera space, here's the canopy stay. There's the cross support strut for the canopy. I'm really happy with that. You can see the aft hinge back there is kicked out quite a bit as it's positioned on the longeron, but I am really happy with that. The front hinge sticks out right now. I'll trim that down coming in across the longeron. Again, a very large canopy, a lot of room, very close to a French canopy in design and function. So again, happy with this canopy stay. Again, with the geometry, it's just really nice. Here's the seam back here, and again, that's with the you know, the seals in place. There will be this seal, type of seal right here, that'll go across that back edge, and then that'll sit inside of here. And then of course, not part of the canopy, but I have the guy back headrest, which does have a lot of the components for the engine inside of, all stacked inside of there, in the engine management system. So the new canopy, super happy with it. I think it came out really nice as far as what I'm concerned with. I love the interfaces with both the front or the aft nose cover right here, and then also this area back here. Kind of went a la Wayne Blackler as far as this headrest back here, and just a little bit, you know, I put just a little bit on the turtleback actually here on the structure of the fuselage and the firewall, and put more over here on the back end of the canopy. So kind of a little rudimentary and a little bit industrial, I guess you could say, as far as these hard points sticking out, but I would rather have that and have a little bit more room wherever I can get it inside the canopy. Again, I think just paying close attention, talking to Mike Beasley quite a bit, talking to Nick Ugolini as well, some other folks, and just really trying to be diligent. I think watching, you know, talking to Dave Barinholtz as well. So a lot of good advice, and it really clued me in to be very careful on these intersections and the fit and finish, and so, and also the geometry on the hinges, and I'm just really happy with it. So with that, I'll sign off before this thing cuts me off. I'll show you this really quickly as well. Probably go in from the. So this seems to be working really well too. I mean, it's just a inert piece of metal, but the geometry on that, it gets the canopy out just a little past vertical, so there's a little bit of extra room there. I didn't want it just sitting up vertical trying to get in and out of the cockpit. So again, that is a big canopy, but it's fitting on there so far. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll sign off. Cheers.